Why are you sacrificing with basis?
I'm gonna kill you for
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Maybe over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa.
Conspiracy theorists. I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
Good evening, everyone.
NippyCast.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it? DJ Nipro here, another edition of NippyCast. This is episode 30 something. Usually when I pass tens, like episode 11, 12, 13, I will usually forget. Some of them we discard, some of them we put them up, and we were on 20 something. Sometimes I'll catch now on 30 something. Somewhere there's the new number that we are counting now. Welcome to it. Today's topic is simply talking about the justice system. The justice system. This was going to be better if it was been shot with somebody who has done law or somebody who works in that line of work. But I've realized that nowadays most people don't want to be put out there online or to be recorded while they're saying something that might be incriminating in future in their line of work. So it will be a bit hard to get a contributor, especially nowadays. People don't just want to risk their careers with stupid podcasts like this where there isn't like 1 million views. Tomorrow somebody can misquote you and use it against you somewhere. But everybody who's working in the justice system believe that the system works. That's one thing I've realized every time when I ask people questions about this with regards to some certain things that happen. The one that I always argue, the one that I always don't really get at all is when somebody literally walks in here now while I'm recording this podcast and shoots me in the head. And there's a recording of this guy doing that. There, it's recording this guy shooting. You can even see his face putting his gun on my head. And pressing the trigger. Then after that, let's say this thing is going live, and you can all see who this guy is, what he just did. Then the justice system says innocent until proven guilty. But we're saying we saw the guy. We saw him shoot the guy right there. We're there. Even if, let's say, there was no video camera, maybe there was 100 people. Let's say it's an event where there's 100 people, they're watching this thing. They see this is the guy. They say innocent until proven guilty. And they were going to call that guy a suspect. What in the fuck? They're going to call that guy a suspect. Like we're suspecting, we're contemplating on whether this guy did it or not. Well, another angle that they always use is to say, yeah, what if there's no evidence? What if the video is fixed? Okay, well, nowadays there's this thing of the, what you call these videos that they use to fake people's images and footages, where they can bring Barack Obama here and they start talking shit. Well, they're just manipulating the lip syncing of the thing, and we just get an impersonator of Barack, and then it's gonna really sound like him. I remember in the other podcast I did put it up. Jordan Peele has done that, gave you an example of how they manipulate. There's a term for it, man. They call it what? There's a term for it. I'll look up the name for it and tell you what it's called. So well, maybe they're gonna say, what if the video is manipulated? But this is bullshit. This technology of manipulating videos only started now. This innocent until proven guilty was there from long time or before even the internet. Yeah, it was before even this video technologies came and whatnot. It was there. This innocent, like this thing is a suspect. We're chasing a suspect. Maru, you saw this guy shooting the president. We're all there at the rally. We saw this guy running away. We saw him with a gun where he was running. Now you're going to call him a suspect. We saw him. This guy, all you don't even waste your court money to go put him in through the process of trying to find out. Oh, Uriawa, investigate. You investigate. We saw this guy, man. You are just wasting our time. Just arrest the motherfucker. We saw him. Why do you want to waste? Yeah, Nuri, is the law. What law? You're just going to open a loophole for this guy to get away by bullshitting you in front of the stand, under oath, in front of everybody else there while he's on stand under oath, to give them a chance to manipulate you as the system of the law. You have opened it so much that it is so manipulatable, if there's such a word. It's so open for manipulation. You will just be sitting there listening to a guy talking hogwash the whole day. You don't also have to go to the bar. Fuck, man, with this guy, there's no such thing of suspect, whatever bullshit. Arrest this motherfucker. We saw him. Well, I understand those such cases where people have to go through that because we lack evidence. We need to have witnesses. We need to, and then somebody once said, yeah, what if people have orchestrated some sort of what do you call this thing? Like a ploy, like some sort of what if this guy was set up? How do you set up someone to go shoot someone without even putting a gun on his head? This guy goes there alone. Oh, why? Are you saying maybe somebody kidnapped his family and said, go kill the other guy? Then he's going to have to prove that in court that was sent and was under pressure to go kill the other guy. And then you're going to say, okay, no, now that makes sense. We're not going to arrest him. Yeah? Come on. What is the worst case scenario? Okay, somebody was like, okay, the reason why they say it's a suspect or innocent until proven guilty is because you need to follow the law. What if this guy is mentally insane? Yes, if he's mentally insane, he needs to be arrested and go into a mental institution. Why do you want to? Yeah, what if? And some of these guys always try to jump this thing and go play mental instability to manipulate the fucking law. The justice system is open for bullshit. Like just now, the chick who killed the rapper Flabba. I see now she's released on parole. She was arrested in 2015, right? That's like 7 years almost now. How many years does a murderer get nowadays? This parole thing, how does this thing work? Because now she's going to walk in the streets, bump into this guy's family. I'm sure it depends on her moral compass. If she's going to go there and ask for forgiveness or try to make peace, or if they're really going to accept the nonsense. What if you don't even accept what the justice is doing? The law, whatever justice of this country just did now with this parole nonsense. Why don't you even bring back death penalty? We're tired of this thing. We've been killed every day. And we've been told, yeah, even this death penalty thing, what if this guy didn't really do the crime? Fuck, man, we're tired. They're just doing the crime, and they know they're going to manipulate this thing. No, guys. No. There's a lot of cases that I can quote that you can say, but this justice system is not the best, and people keep manipulating it. You'll get Mutune Rafi, this guy should come to court, and he says he's sick. Look at your previous president. He's been always sick. You arrest him and says he's sick and you take him out. Fuck, man. And you want us to respect this? You really want us to respect this? I think it's time that people should now start being vocal about this. We're tired. Somebody can walk in here and kill me. You treat me as a suspect. You arrest them and they release them on parole after 5 years. I'm fucking gone. Rotten. 6 feet under. The guy's free. So it's actually allowed to kill a person, basically. That's what you're saying. No. There's a lot of cases I can quote. There's a lot. They said there's a lot of cases. A lot. Actually, some of them I'll put them up here. Of somebody who... Actually, in fact, come to think of it, it's not only favorable to the criminals. It also favors the innocent as if they're criminals. We've seen people who got arrested for a crime they didn't do. We've seen that. And the law failed to prove that. And then in other countries, well, not only in South Africa that I'm whining about this justice system, by the way. Don't think I'm attacking the South African justice system. The entire justice system of everywhere in the world is a mess up. It's a fuck up. In other countries, they even have a quota to say, yeah, we should arrest so many blacks because the odds are that the crime, if there's any crime in the country, it will be committed by blacks because they're just criminals. And they've got quotas in prison. And then there's people who have got deals to arrest people and to fill up prisons. So they just get anybody who's vulnerable to some sort of a crime. Even if you stole bubble gum there by the spaza shop, they're going to arrest you because they want to reach a quota of how many criminals are inside prison. In other countries that are very racially motivated, like America, there's a quota that they use, but subliminally so. They don't just come there and say, yeah, we're arresting blacks. No, they go and look. They go and look for enough black criminals for any type of crime. You've seen them. Some of them, they would literally kill them in front of you for having a fake bill or whatever note. They will do that. They will, like some countries, they literally do that. There's people who are just funding this policing system to fill up the prisons because somebody has got a tender to make sure that the prisons are full. You can't have a country where, like in America, there's more people that have been arrested than the people who are in the streets now. Oh, is that the number? No, I'll look the number up for you properly. The rate, the arrest rate is more than it kind of like it's more than the number of people that it's like if you arrest them every day like at that rate, at the end of the day you'll have to build more prisons than houses where people are staying. At the rate these things are going, there will be more people in prison than people outside, black people to be precise, especially in the US. So this, you can't tell me there's a justice system that is busy trying to do justice and target specific group of people. Even if in a case of let's use rape, for example. Well, maybe this might not be necessarily be justice. We can call it double standards. If a guy gets raped by 3 women, goes to the police station to report a case. Well, I'm not going to call it justice. I'm just going to say the policing on this one, which is also intertwined with the justice, because they're the ones who are collecting this information and evidence to prove to the justice system that this motherfucker was raped, right? You go there, you tell the police that you were raped by 3 women. They will literally laugh their asses off. Some people are even embarrassed to go there and report such cases. Double standards. On the flip side of that, if a woman goes to the police station now and says she was raped by 3 men, the police station will literally focus on getting these 3 guys, arrest them as soon as possible. The Department of what will know, the bosses of what activists will come out. Everything will be, men are raping. They won't be laughing at that one. Double standards. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with anybody reporting any case anywhere, anyhow. But even this thing hardly makes it with enough evidence to the justice system, because at the grassroots level or on the floor, shop floor level of the police who are collecting this report to go present at the court, they're laughing at the guy who was raped by 3 women, but they're giving attention to the woman who was raped by 3 men. Is this type of double standards where they don't even make it to be justifiable when you go to court? Even I'm sure even the people at court will be like, hey, you'll be like a joke, eh? You'll be like a fucking joke. That's like another type of way, but which is not only on the justice system alone. It is on just people in general or the policing system. So most of these things are just biased. My point is, it's about time we fix these things. And some people are just privileged. Some people, especially white people, hey, nobody speaks about. They never even want us to say anything or they're privileged. They want to keep it under carpet, like, yeah, it doesn't exist. What are they referring to? Privilege. What is privilege? We don't know what is privilege. It has been proven, this thing. I once saw it on Oprah Winfrey. They wanted to prove how bad it is to be a black guy in the streets, especially in America.
Another powerful moment on the show involved a white man who wanted to experience what it would be like to live as a different race. Watch this. 10 months ago, you would not have recognized this young college student because 10 months ago, Josh Solomon was black. What he did was really remarkable. Josh took some potentially life-threatening pills to change his skin color from white to black. And what he experienced as a black man was chilling. So chilling, in fact, that after just 1 week of being black, he abruptly called off the experiment and went home to let the medicine wear off. And we asked him to retrace his steps to take a look for us.
For all intents and purposes, I think I looked like the typical black teenager, with reddish brown skin and a bald head. In Gainesville, I got a hotel room and started to explore the city. Often when I ran into people in the street, they reacted to me as if they were scared or suspicious. I went in this pool hall to get a drink. They followed me around like I was a thief. One afternoon, I was walking back to my hotel down this road. A police officer pulled me over at that intersection, started to hassle me about who I was and why I was there. Things like this never happened to me when I was white. One time I went into a fancy restaurant to eat, and although I saw several vacant tables, the maitre d' told me that there was nothing available. And in the short time I spent as a black, I can only conclude that perhaps we haven't come as far as we thought.
So how did that make you feel? Because I think that is the one thing that over the years I've done at least 100 shows on racism, and it's so hard to convey what that having that happen to you, being treated like a suspect every day of your life, what that does to your personal psyche.
Right. Well, that's the hardest part. Whites receive this prima facie respect. I walk into a room, regardless of how much money I have in my pocket, there's a certain level of respect that I get from folks. And the first thing that I realized when I was black was, it's gone. You don't get any of that. White people get this respect, and black people are constantly trying to prove that they deserve it or are worthy of it.
When he said white people get this respect and black people are constantly trying to prove that they deserve it or are worthy of it, I thought that was so profound. It was really the first time we'd heard anything like that on our show.
He didn't experience anything that is in relation to white privilege. Remember, when you're privileged, you don't even know that you're privileged. It's so bad. Even in the justice system, not even in the justice system alone. There was a time when I was clubbed by some white guy in some white pub next to where I stay. Went to the police station to say I was punched by some guy. I think it's this pub I was at is more racist. The police guy, you know what he did? Similar to the one of laughing it off, and he asked me, what was I doing at that pub? They're scared of those whites that drink at that pub. Scared. From the police level, you think I'm going to open an effective case and it makes it to the justice system for them to punish that guy, the racist guy who punched me? No fucking way. I'm telling you, I've got lots of cases, not even my own cases, a lot of cases. So I think for me, I do not believe in the justice system to be 100% effective. Well, it has worked here and there. They just sit there in court and insult our intelligence and each other's intelligence and dribble each other. And that's why crime is not going down in this country. Thank you for watching NippyCast. The topic was the justice system. Arar, sure.
Why you sacrifice human babies when I kill this one?
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists.
I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
Winning everyone.
NippyCast.